Welcome to the Building Doors Podcast, where we're not just pushing for opportunities for women's voices to be heard, we're creating them. I'm Christy Harst, voiceover actor and creator of the Building Doors campaign. Join us as we amplify voices, break barriers, and build doors together.
Hi, I'm Tina Zaremba, and I'm a door builder in the Building Doors campaign. Welcome. All right, so I'd like to break down this wild journey I've been on called voiceovers and what it's like to go from corporate grind, literally, to chasing the microphone. How did I end up doing voiceovers? Well, I'm glad you asked. I kind of fell into it. It wasn't like some big aha moment. I didn't wake up thinking, oh, I have the perfect voice for a financial commercial. Honestly, I always thought voiceovers were just for those voices. You know, the James Earl Joneses and Kathleen Turners of the world. Those iconic, deeply soothing voices that could read a grocery list and sound like masterpiece. I'm originally from Michigan, the Mitten State. Yes, I just said Mitten. I grew up listening to my family share stories about my Ukrainian roots, the adventures my great aunties would go on in their early 20s. Some of the stories true, some made up. I don't think my great Aunt Pauline took a cab from Paris to southern France for a weekend romance, but hey, you never know. And this is connected to voiceovers. Now, I eventually left my rural town in the Midwest for New York City. I was in my early 20s, and I had received a scholarship to study acting at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. I was ready to hit the big city and get discovered. Well, spoiler alert, it wasn't that easy. Surprise. I did the thing we all do. Endless auditions, open calls, and a few bookings here and there. But let me tell you, New York rent doesn't care how many auditions you've done. So I got practical. I took a corporate job. I thought, I'm done with acting. Time to grow up, or whatever people call it when they stop chasing their dreams and start paying bills. Cue the unexpected twist. My therapist is the unexpected plot twist in my life. She knew that I had been in acting and that I was not jazzed about my corporate job at all. And she says to me, Tina, I think you should meet this creative person who does birthday performances for kids. And I'm like, I don't even know if I want kids, let alone to be a kid's performer. What are you, a magical fairy godmother pushing me toward a new career in balloon animals? She's persistent, though. She says, please, just meet her. So long story longer, I meet this person. She's a voiceover actor. See how it's connected? And she tells me she makes the bulk of her living doing voiceover work. Her boyfriend, he's a commercial audio engineer and also on the side produces voiceover demos for up-and-coming voiceover talent. She says to me, every demo he's made, the person gets signed with an agent. That's all you had to say. Okay, where do I sign? I'll pay whatever, I'm in. So I shell out the money for this demo, and I start sending it to New York agents. It's exciting. I'm seeing this whole new path ahead of me. And then 9/11. New York is hit with this tragedy. Our country's in mourning. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the heck have I done? This was a terrible idea. But, and this is the big but, a month later, I get a call. I get signed by an agent. Cue confetti and disbelief. Can we do that? Actually, the agent thought I was related to Karen Zaremba, who's this big musical theater actress on Broadway. My last name is Zaremba, not Zaremba. That being said, whatever, I got signed. And here's the kicker. Voiceover felt nothing in the beginning, like stage or TV acting. I remember going to my first voiceover audition thinking, you want me to do what? In 15 seconds? How many times? It's all about making decisions fast. It's acting on steroids. You don't have time to waste. Everything happens so quickly. It's almost like speed dating for your voice. Now with technology and the ability to record quickly from my home studio and clients, just needing files quickly, you especially don't have time to waste. All right, building this career wasn't an easy feat. I kept my corporate job, which was probably smart, seeing that my mother was like, I don't even understand what this voice thing is that you're talking about. I still don't think she fully understands what I do. I kept the corporate job. I was sneaking away for my lunch break at really odd hours, like first thing in the morning or late in the day. running around to these auditions. For a solid year, I ran all over the city auditioning and booking. Well, nope. But then after a year of hustling, bam, as Emeril Lagasse says, for those of you who remember him, I booked my first national campaign. Woohoo! Airwick air fresheners. Yep, my voice may have told you to freshen up your home right now. You're welcome. I don't think I have a specific genre I specialize in. I've done everything from healthcare commercials to finance videos to true crime narration. But here's the thing. What I'd like to think I specialize in is bringing the story to life. I don't just read the words. I feel them and I see what is the story or how do I connect to these words. When I get a script, the first thing I'll do if a client isn't directing me is I ask, what's the emotion here? What do you want the listener to take away from this? Because it's all about connection. If we connect, dear listener, if you connect to what I'm saying, if I'm connected to the words, then you'll remember what I said. Okay, let's talk dream clients. My ideal gig is one where we're partners. We value what each other brings to the table. For me, it's not just about delivering a script. It's about delivering the truth. What influences my voiceover style? I bring all of me into every read, or at least parts of me to every read. There's this great line in the movie Nomadland, which I highly recommend, that Frances McDormand's character says, and it's this. My dad used to say, what's remembered lives. I remember so much of my experiences, whether it's my experience as a neurodivergent woman, a breast cancer survivor, or just the mom of a teen boy who's trying to figure out how to balance Wi-Fi and screen time. If you have that one figured out, please email me. It all comes through. My voice is a combination of everything I've been through. So, if my voice was a brand, what would it be known for? Truth. Plain and simple. Thanks for checking out my Building Doors podcast episode and for your support of the campaign. If you'd like to work together, cool. Email me, tina@tinazaremba.com. And to hear more of my work, tinazaremba.com. Thanks and be well.
Thanks for listening to the Building Doors podcast. Want to hear more? Check out all our episodes at buildingdoorsvo.com/podcast and follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn @buildingdoorsvo. We'd love to hear from you, so call us on our 24/7 hotline at 216-307-1917 and leave us a voicemail with your thoughts. Do you want to support the podcast? Well, we love coffee. Buy us a cup through the link in the description or at buildingdoorsvo.com. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep speaking up, and let's keep building doors together.